Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to the Niceroy 101 channel. I am Berenice from Niceroy.com and niceroyonline.etsy.com. If you are new here, hi, hey, hello, how are you doing? Kindly consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification button so that whenever I put on a video like this, you'll be informed to watch. I appreciate all of you and you are welcome once again. Today I'm working on men or unisex crop cap. This is a long overdue request from and shout outs to you for inspiring me to work on this. I had to take some time to design a pattern so that this can be used to make the work more easier. So this is available for free on my Facebook group. So I'm going to link down the group in the description below. When you tap the title below this video, it will open the description. Then you scroll through, you see my Facebook page. You click on it, you go to the Facebook page, you request to join. I'll add you immediately. Then you go to the files on the page home. You go to files and you get this pattern and the other ones, some of the other ones that I've put there. I'm here to put the bouffant there, but you can get the pony scrap cap pattern and the Europe style scrap cap pattern all for free. The Europe style has been made into 3 sizes, so you get a small size, medium size and a large size. So that is exciting. So if you don't want it for free, you don't want to join my Facebook group, this is going to be on sale on Etsy and on my website. I'm going to add the links, if not right now, later on, so that you can purchase it from either Etsy or my website niceroy.com. So this is the pattern and this is how our cap is going to look like. So this I did a satin line, but I'll show you how, if you want to do it without satin lining, you can do that as well. So it's a very nice scrap cap that can be easily worn by men and women. So if you watch my previous video on the fabric haul, then I said I was going to use this fabric for the men's scrap cap. So far I've already cut the pattern and that of the satin. So let me walk you through how you are going to prepare your pattern and cut it for the sewing. So what you are going to do is you are going to cut along this line, and all the others. Where the half circle is, you cut along it, but the ones with the shaded part, you cut along where the shaded part is. So you're going to cut it all. Cut along the shaded part for these ones, and you cut just along the line where the half circle or half oval shape is. Okay, and you get you a tape or something you can use to stick them together. So this is what you are going to do. You're going to take page 1 and 2. So you are going to put it for this one to overlap where the shaded part is. Make sure the circle, the oval shapes come together exactly. Don't let it overlap. Make sure it touches it, but the paper should cover the shaded part. So this is how it's going to look like. So when you get it like this, then you use your sellotape to stick it together. This is for page 1 and 2. Then you take your page 3 and 4 The thing is, I made a mistake with this, but I'm going to correct it. So I turned it upside down and wrote it. So when you see that, don't be confused. You just make sure you overlap this one with the sliders. So once it overlaps and makes it exactly, you put your tapes down and you can cut along um, the lines. Now make sure when you are printing it, make sure your scale is up to 100%. When you finish printing, measure this line to make sure it is exactly 3 inches. If it's not 3 inches, then that means your scale, your printing scale was either higher or lesser. So make sure your printing, the scale settings on your printer or on your PC is up to 100%, so that you get the exact size of the um, pattern. So if you measure in centimeters too, you measure this one should be up to exactly 5 centimeters, and this must be up to exactly 3 inches. So that is it. When you remember to overlap this with the shaded part, let it be exactly opposite to the other oval shape, half over the full oval shape. Then you put your tapes down, then you cut all along it exactly, then you can use it to cut your pattern. So after cutting it, this is how it will look like. So this is the body of the cap. This is half of the top. So always observe wherever there is a fold, when you are cutting it on the fabric, make sure you fold that line. So this is the strap at the end, the strap here. So this is it. When you are putting it on your fabric, make sure the end is folded like this, then you put it on and cut it. And okay, after cutting this, this is the top of the hat. But when you are cutting, make sure the fabric has a fold on this end. So wherever there is a fold, make sure that you have folded that part, then you cut it. Okay, this one has the fold at the top here, so you make sure there is a fold there, you put it on it, then you cut it. So as we have it all done, let's get into how to make it. So what you are going to do is, I've created a notch at the center part here, and I've created notches both here and there. So this is what you are going to do. The part that curves a lot, you put it down like this. This is like a fish tail. The part that goes down here, that has a steep curve, is the part that will go, you attach to the top. So you put this to the center notch and you start working your way down to the end. So you can pin it down. You pin it down. Make sure you manipulate it to fit exactly. And you get to the other side, you pin that one down as well. Let me check here. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Now we are going to repeat the same thing. If you are using a satin lining, we are going to repeat the same thing for the, oh, you see, I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. I have done the wrong side and the right side, but always remember, make sure that you put the right sides together. Make sure to put the right sides together and do it. So you take the satin, there is a notch here, right sides together, and you pin along like how I did to the fabric. So now this has been pinned right sides together all around, and the satin lining has also been pinned right side together all around. So what I'm going to do is to stitch along this line and stitch along the fabric line as well. I have now sewn the edges. I like using the serger, so you can just use your sewing machine to just sew it. It'll be fine. So I've done for both of them. When you look at the end of the pattern, it looks like fishtail. That gives you a flexibility when you are folding the end to create the line. When you put the strap, it will make it easy for you to just fold it down, iron it, and put the strap in it. That's why I created that fishtail style on the pattern. So it's looking good already. So this is how this one looks like. Now what you are going to do is to put the right size of these two together. So let me fold this one in, and remember, right sides together, and the notch that we created at the center, you put it together. So right sides together, and you are going to pin both of them together. So you make sure both are aligning well, then you put it together. Now after pinning, I'll take it to the sewing machine and just stitch it, just a normal stitch, or if you have a serger you can use it. It wouldn't show, so it is not really much of a problem. So you just stitch it. I'll be back after stitching. So now I've stitched all the ends together. So remember, you stitch just along the line that I pinned, and you leave the back open. So you turn the back, you turn it inside out. Remember, if you are not using a satin lining, if you don't want to use a satin lining and you just want to sew it without a satin lining, after you have sewn the top with the body of the fabric, you can just fold it in once, twice, so that the savage edge or sorry, the rough edge will hide in. So you fold it once, twice, then just stitch along the whole line to clean it up. Then you go to the next level that you are about to do. So after you have put your satin in, you can just put it down. Make sure the satin slides in a little with the tip of the fabric showing. Then you can iron it to make sure it stays in place. But what I'll do is I'll go to the sewing machine and stitch along this line from here to the other end. You can use a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch or any 9 stitch that you like on your sewing machine. So I'll be back with it. Okay, so I'm done doing the top stitch along the brim, so it goes all the way. What you are going to do is, if you have a serger, you can go ahead and stitch this the satin and the fabric at the end here together. Then you can fold it at the part where the shape is. So on the this is the line where you fold it on the pattern, so you just fold it in. If you have a serger, you serge it. So you see, because we created that design, it lines up, and it lines up on the side here and on the side here exactly. It makes it very easy. So you fold it on that on the curve. You fold it. If you have a serger, you serge on this part, then you fold it only once, then you can go ahead and stitch it down. If you don't have a serger, you can fold it in like this. So you do 1/8 inch fold, or maybe a 1/4 inch fold, put it down. You can press it with the iron, or if you have the roller, the one I've been using, you can, let me cut off this. So you can fold it down and press it or roll it over with your roller, then you stitch. Make sure the channel is in that, because that's where we are going to put the strap. So you leave that channel inside. So I would rather serge it and stitch it down once. So now the back has been stitched down and it's laying down really well. So this is how it looks like at this point. So what you are going to do is to take the strap and you fold this end, you fold it into two. You take this side, make sure that this part is folded so that it gets a clean edge. You fold it into two, then you bring this one to the center, you bring this one to the center, then you fold it once again to get this. Now you can iron this one to put it in place, or you can pin it down. So you bring the two folds to the center, so you do it like this, then you stitch from here all the way to the other end, and when you get to the other end too, you make sure you fold this side. This one comes to the center, so you can iron it down to get everything in place, and you just go and stitch. So I'll stitch it and bring it back shortly. Okay, so I'm done stitching it down. So this is how this strap looks like. So the channel in here is quite bigger, so you can either use your, if you have this, you can use it, or you can use your safety pin to put it through. So what you are going to do is to feed it through. Okay, so make sure you have it laying right. Rather let this one face down. Okay, so what you are going to do is put both together make sure the the you have equal from here to the end. You have it equal. You keep adjusting until you can have it equal from here to the end. Then you come to the middle part here, then you top stitch on it so that this one cannot be removed. So I top stitch here so it cannot be moved. So here we are. Now when they are wearing it, they can tie it, they can pull it so that it will tie up and gather and hold your head really well. So here we are with our satin line men or unisex scrap cap, looking beautiful. So it's super easy, very easy to follow through and do it. So once again, thank you for inspiring me to do this. Please I'll be so glad if you can join my Facebook group. So whatever you are able to make from my channel, you share it there for us all to see what you are making. I've had few people share their work with me on Instagram and it was amazing. One day I'll put all here and let you know what our friends are also doing through my tutorials. I really appreciate you all. So this is how this looks on a gentleman. So this is how it looks. Covers really well. Great for women and men. And this is how it's looking on my personal assistant, Damika. So it's great for both women and men. Yay. Looks great at the back as well. So I'll be more than grateful if you can like this. Liking it will help me grow through the algorithms of YouTube. And if you've not subscribed to, kindly subscribe to help or support my channel. Share with your friends, and if you don't so too, you can visit my website and my Etsy shop. I'm going to leave the descriptions down below so that you can have a look or even buy a gift for a health worker or something. I really appreciate you all, and a lot of light and love coming from me to you. Always remember, there is enough abundance in this world for all of us to go around, and if there is anything I know that can help you, I'm giving it out. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Bye bye.